I'm Mike.
And I'm Alex.
And this is Nfgeeks. All right, so Alex.
Yeah.
Alex is our INTJ.
I know, you caught one in the wild alive. I'm amazed.
Yes, and
very impressive.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of emails waiting for an INTJ. And at long last, we have an INTJ here for a session, an INTJ session.
Happy to help.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so Alex, as you know, the first episode we always do, we just kind of explore NT and our INTJ.
Mm-hmm.
So first we'll talk about some strengths of INTJ. Okay, the first strength I find personally in my personal interactions, and as you know, lots of INTJs have interacted with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know them.
Yes.
I find INTJs to be some of, the most intellectually strong. Certainly the most intellectually strong people. The most intellectually strong people I've ever interacted with are the INTJs. Really very solid, very precise, very complex.
Yep.
In terms of their thinking. Even in their writings, as students. One of the funny things I always say about INTJ students is, you give another student a paper, write a paper about Immanuel Kant.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll say, Immanuel Kant was born in Prussia, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it'll be like 7 pages. You have an INTJ do it, it's like 50 pages. It'll be like, okay, chapter 1, the Big Bang. And then chapter 3, the Roman Empire. And then finally, you get to Kant, somewhere.
Yes,
it's this huge. It's always like an opus, every single time.
Yeah.
So that's one strength. So how does that resonate with you? How do you see that in your own
Well,
interactions?
it's kind of interesting actually, because most of my papers I do at the last minute actually.
Okay.
And I do them. I very rarely do research. I'll just like maybe Wikipedia it maybe, and just so it's actually very SP actually.
Oh, that's interesting.
But I always end up getting very good grades on them, and I just did a book report on a book I'd never read at the last minute, and I got an A+ on it.
Wow.
And yeah, so I was very proud of myself for that. But no, I mean like I just basically what you just said. I mean, I like to make sure I answer the question, pretty much answer everything that they ask. I mean, I don't get why people do bad on that.
Well, I think part of that is because INTJs are good at understanding and putting together and taking apart and putting together complex ideas and complex materials. That's why INTJs are always the builders of great complex technologies, complex systems, complex ideas. How do you think that enters your life? The complexity, understanding complex things.
Probably maybe like just in class, like I do it at the last minute because it just comes easy to me. It's just like an essay on like the history of, I don't know, the Battle of the Somme. I mean, I'll just like in my World War I class, just be like, oh, okay. I mean, I can find that. There's the World Wide Web. That's easy to figure out. So, and I can just like put my own views into it just really easily. Just like it just comes easy to me basically. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just. Yeah, but with philosophical stuff and which is your level of expertise in psychology, that INTJs, they love to debate. And
yes, I was just going to say that.
Yes, and they think things through all the way. So they'll take an idea.
True.
They'll take an idea basically, and they'll an idea that they disagree with. They'll deconstruct it, and the reason why they'll deconstruct it is basically to prove its worth, to prove its value. If it survives the nuclear holocaust, then okay.
Of the INTJ.
Yes, yes. Then okay, it's still standing and still functioning. Then okay, there's some merit to this.
Oh, that's great. That's a wonderful. That description of debate is one of the best explanations of INTJ consciousness.
Yes.
Because all the INTJs I know, and you know they're the same people.
Oh yeah.
They all do that.
Yep.
Exactly the way that you just described.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're dead on right with that.
Yep.
Okay, so all right. So when do you do that kind of debating or that deconstructing to the point of, I guess you're sort of almost reducing something to a monism, to its final thing that cannot be reduced. It's an irreducible truth, right?
When do I do that? Like,
when are times that come out in your life?
I'll pretty much do that like anytime really. The only time I won't do it is if someone says something like completely ridiculously stupid to the point where you just can't debate it because it'll just make you sound stupider just debating it. So basically I'll just like, but if political science is my expertise, because I'm a political science major, but I also I do like a lot of science, and I will debate a lot of religious stuff and a lot of philosophical stuff and psychological stuff. I'll debate a lot of that because even though it's not my expertise, it's something I'm interested in. So it is something I can debate, and I can debate pretty well at. So basically, I'll debate anything I'm good at, really.
Okay.
And anything that I know I'm right on, and that I know someone is wrong, and I know I can challenge them on that, and basically deconstruct their views.
And also, it makes sense to me that you're a political science major. People might think that's more of an F or SJ, or, they wouldn't think it's NT. But political science is dealing with very complex systems.
Right, yes.
Constructing them. Government is very complex.
Mm-hmm.
The bureaucracy is very complex. The strategy of government is very complex. Strategy of campaigns are very complex.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that makes sense to me that you would be a political
and
science
I like the fact that there's like a lot of strategy involved in it, too.
Oh, yeah, on every level.
Oh, absolutely. And that you need to, basically political science, it helps improve your debating skills. And that's what I enjoy about it a lot, because INTJs love debating, so it would actually make sense to me that an INTJ would be involved in political science, because that's the perfect major to debate in. And that's one of the reasons why I want to be in political science, because I want to debate people. And I want to challenge people. And I also challenge myself as well. Mm-hmm. Even though I know I'm right,
Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute.
Oh, of course.
All right, so some weaknesses. Weaknesses isn't a good word, because that makes it sound like there's a flaw. Limitations. Every think about it. Think about it technologically. All technology has limitations.
Yes, all technology can be improved.
Sure. Okay. So, and now you know this because we've talked about this, but probably the biggest problem I think INTJs have to face is not exactly the most sensitive bunch towards people. Sometimes you're perceived as being insensitive to the feelings of others.
And that's a problem because?
Well, that's a problem because, one, people get hurt and people get mad.
And that's a problem because?
All right, could we say, for you, I would say it's a problem because you might reinforce your feelings of alienation and weirdness and difference from everybody else.
That's why I surround myself with people that understand me.
I have like fellow INTJs? And
fellow INTJs and just like a select few of worthy NFs and fellow NFs.
Worthy! That's such an INTJ thing to say.
That just...
worthy NFs.
That just, can appreciate and understand my views, basically. I don't need a lot of people to be happy. I just need a few. Because I'm an introvert.
Sure, that's actually I'll say this, that actually sounds very INTJ. Position to have.
I'd rather have a few close friends than many distant friends.
Sure.
So, it doesn't bother me now.
Okay. But what about the fact that people are hurt at the end result of this in any way?
The reason why they're hurt is because we're taking it the wrong way, and that's not my fault.
Okay.
So, I really don't know how else what I can do about that.
Okay. All right. The second thing, then, that relates to this, that I want you to comment on, and this is true of all the INTJs, including Harvester, who we just had dinner with.
Yep.
Right before
Absolutely.
this. Even though he's more introverted and quiet about it, but he's like this too.
Yep.
Is I find you guys sort of have the assumption that you're automatically either correct or going to be correct before you even start the process of that. Eventually, you are going to arrive at the correct position. So you're already right before you even started the debate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Argument.
Because basically,
and this is fine, of course. There's no.
Because
thought this was going to be about weaknesses, Mike.
Part of being an INTJ is because when people ask me what it means to be an INTJ, I tell them it's about finding the truth, and you find it by yourself because you're an introvert.
Yeah.
And
all the INTJs would agree.
And you because you're a judger, you demand an answer. You demand a yes or no answer. And the INTJs, they want the truth. They want the real answer and not an opinion. So an INTJ believes they are right because they are searching for the right answer. They're actively searching for the objective truth. And that is why they believe themselves to be right.
Okay. All right. Now, though, could we argue, though, that there's a little bit of a flaw in that because you can't really know that you're going to be totally right every single time?
Unless if there's a fact or some sort of logical reason to disprove my argument, then no. I mean...
So you think you could be right every time?
Unless... no, not if there's a fact or a logical reason to disprove my argument, then I'll admit I'm wrong, sure. INTJs can... If you have a fact to disprove an INTJ, an INTJ will immediately dismiss that view because they value the objective truth more than being right.
Yes, I agree. All the INTJs that we know do that. You would think, and maybe this is the misinterpretation of INTJ and why people get hurt,
right? Yep.
Is that there's an assumption of rigidity that doesn't actually exist.
Yep.
That you may be intense on an argument, but if you're actually proven wrong, you'll switch.
Yes,
you won't hold on. You won't be dogmatic.
Right. Yeah.
At all.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
You know, I could see that as well.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's not my fault if people take it the wrong way.
Getting back to hurting people being totally acceptable in the logical debate.
I mean, I won't resort to like ad hominem fallacies. Don't get me wrong. I won't personally attack the person. I won't like call them stupid. I'll call their view stupid, but I won't call them stupid as a person. Sure. But I mean, yeah, if they take that the wrong way, I mean, then I know that's not a person I should surround myself with. That's not a person I should waste my time with.
And actually, you know, I want to point out, it's kind of loosely connected to this, but it just jogged this thought out of my head, is that one time we were at a sort of our club meeting, and someone there was swearing at you. They were a little annoyed.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. Do you remember this? This was the last time I was there.
Oh, okay. Yep,
yes.
I
remember they were swearing at you, and they were mad, like yelling at Alex. And one of the things that impressed me... I
didn't really take it as being angry, though. But, okay.
All right, but this was the best part of this, is that, you know, you were questioning them and legitimately questioning them. The questions you were asking were totally legitimate.
Okay.
Open-ended questions. And they were swearing at you, and you didn't bat an eyelash. Okay? Really, like, there was no... because the person was out of my peripheral vision from where I was sitting, but you weren't. You were, like, right across from me. And you were... Your shield was totally impenetrable. Like, you didn't look rattled, you didn't look emotionally upset, you didn't look angry, you actually look exactly as you look, like, sitting here.
Yeah.
Totally, you know, completely not affected by the vitriol, you know.
Yeah. Because that's their problem, not mine. but that person...
Well, you were cool under fire.
Well, but that person, though, I didn't look at that as an emotional attack, though. That's maybe one of the reasons why it didn't bother me. I mean, but... Other people, though, you may, if they are emotionally attacking me and they truly mean it, like they are attacking me, you may see me tense a little bit, but you know, because I'm only human. I mean,
sure.
But yeah, I didn't look at that as an emotional attack, so therefore it didn't really bother me.
Oh, good.
Well, I just looked at it as a defense mechanism. I even said it was a defense mechanism.
Sure, you were right. Yeah, you did. That's right. I remember now.
Right.
You did say that, and you were right too. That was actually the right assessment.
Right, yeah, but...
You know? But you did, but really, you were totally cool in that moment. That was impressive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Alex, what I want to do now is bring up a couple of NT values and orientations. I wanted to talk about how these exist in your life or how you represent them.
Yeah, sure.
So one of the most important NT orientations is the importance of skepticism.
Absolutely.
And how do you feel this comes out for you as an NT value?
Well,
or orientation, I should say.
I value skepticism because basically skepticism, you have to question everything. Skepticism is not being closed-minded. It's actually, in my opinion, is the opposite, is being open-minded. You're questioning everything, and you're choosing which makes the most sense. That's how I value skepticism. So, if someone says something to me that is completely alien to me, it would be completely irrational to just automatically accept it. Naturally, to me, it's just natural to question it. And if you don't question it, then you're just an idiot. I mean, because if someone's approaching something to you completely alien, if you don't question that, then you're just going with whatever people tell you, basically. So, no, you have to question everything. It's very important to question everything. Even when I'm explaining a view to someone that's completely alien, I don't mind if they question it. I'm very happy to answer questions on it and debate it with people. It's natural for them to question it because it's an alien view that I'm presenting to them. So.
All right. Well, Alex, that's all the time we have.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So
so thank you very much.
Thank you.